It's the best of Ron and Fez.
866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. What is the bit that the actual Planet of the Apes?
Right.
He went into the future somehow, right?
Right.
How did he do that in a spaceship? How does a spaceship slingshot you into the future?
Well, I guess he was like traveling at the speed of light, Charlton Heston or something like that.
Still doesn't take you into the future.
It doesn't?
No.
Because when they were supposed to go back to Earth, but they were still going to be in the future.
No. Because when they got back, it would be the future.
Right.
But you would be like if you're traveling at the speed of light, right?
Uh-huh.
The world changes. You're at a different time than the rest of the world. Doesn't mean that you've traveled into the future. It means time is reacting to you differently than everyone else.
Right. You're not aging like everyone else on the planet is.
But that's not the same as time travel.
No, he was actually gone that long. I can't remember what it was.
Here's what happened. I read the book, and in the book, they went to another planet. It never was Earth.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end of the book, what happened, this whole thing was kind of put just floating around space. He had written up the story, because think of it like as a message in the bottle. So the astronauts are reading this story, and at the end, the astronauts are going, this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then you found out that the astronauts are monkeys.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Whoa! So in the movie, they went in a different direction. But as a kid, the Time Machine, the H.G. Wells thing, my favorite story, time travel to this day, I think about it. And I do this thing. I don't know, did you guys ever read Slaughterhouse-Five?
No, I didn't.
I did once, yeah, when I was a freshman in high school, so I'm not remembering.
Basically, his life, nonlinear. He would wake up one day, he's 21 years old, he wakes up the next day, he's, 45 years old, he wakes up the next day, he's 8 years old, okay? It doesn't mean that, and everything he's done, and he can't do anything about it. It's not like he can go back and change the way things have fucking happened in his life. He's just directed on, and he's not only a participant, he's an observer. So it goes. Things are the way they are. So some days, I swear to God, I'm laying in bed, and just at that place in between asleep and awake, I think to myself, I feel exactly the same. If I open up my eyes right now, I'm going to be back in my old bedroom from when I was a kid. And I can get so close where I have the same exact feeling, particularly a day that, I could hear birds and the sun's shining, I slept a little late. So I have that feeling like it's summer and I'm just waking up on my own. And I'll lay there and I'll go, this is it. This is the one. I'm going to open up and I'm back in Twin Oaks. Fuck, I feel like I come so close to it.
That is a great feeling, though. Even,
I don't know. Because, the thing is, it's a little frustrating.
Right.
Because I can't happen. And yet, for some reason, it feels like it can.
And it could
that fucking book.
It could be horrifying if it did happen.
Why?
You're back in time. You're back as a child.
It sounded kind of peaceful to me.
I'm not going to be a child. I'm going to be a teenager. I'm going to go back and bang some 15-year-old pussy like the old days. Or today. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but yeah.
I could go back to last week.
It's really funny that people want to, their whole idea of if I could go back and relive my life, I would do everything different. Would you? Would you say,
No, if I had access to a time machine, I wouldn't change anything about myself.
Yeah.
I would try and change maybe something that went on in the Earth. I'd try and maybe save JFK and just see what happened.
That would be your first thing that you would do?
That would be
machine?
me. I would get a bulletproof vest, and it would be pretty easy.
Not Jesus?
No, I'm an American.
By the way, it was the headshot that got him. So you better get him some kind of odd job
I know.
fucking hat to wear.
I've seen the film. I know how I would jump onto the car with my bulletproof vest. And save
you're gonna throw yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try because I know that there's so many different shooters that's just not logistically possible. But if I could
shooter.
Come on.
So you're going to take the bullet for JFK?
Yes. I mean, I'm going to wear proper
Why
protection.
are you dressed as RoboCop? You come back like RoboCop. Earl, what about for you? You get a time machine. You can only go to the past. Let's do it like this. You can only go there for 5 minutes and come back, and that's it. You get a one-time shot. That's all you can do with your time machine. Let's say even 10, 15 minutes in case you got to run around and make a speech or something.
Sure.
Let's say I'm going to give everybody half an hour.
Okay.
All right, but you got to go to one specific place. You're there for a half an hour, then you come back. You're saving JFK?
I'm saving JFK.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm not going to.
I think you are.
I've watched
I
the
know
Zapruder
everything
film.
that you do.
I've seen the Zapruder film 100 times. I know how to jump on that car.
But you're going to get tackled by a Secret Service
No,
agent.
I wouldn't. Where were they that day when there's guys opening up umbrellas? and
He
everything?
does that. We see our...
Hold on. You got to listen to the idiotic thing. Guys open up umbrellas.
Guys open up umbrellas on the 72 degrees sunny afternoon.
And
where
you
was
got that
Secret-
from where? What movie?
Oliver Stone's
Get
JFK.
out, Ben. Just get out. All right. What about for you, Earl? You get a half an hour.
I would go back to the time of Jesus.
And do what? Tell him to stop talking
No,
and kill him?
no,
I would kill baby Jesus.
no. I would try to convince the crowd. What are you doing? You can't kill him.
What? I thought you were a Christian.
Oh.
No, but just out
So
of
what would your point to be? To do away with the resurrection?
no, but
What are you doing? I'm here from the future.
no, just trying to convince more people. Do you understand what you're doing here? You know what I mean? You have no idea because they didn't know what they were doing.
They're supposed to kill him.
Without the resurrection, do you have any story at all, Earl? Jesus was a man who died of old age.
No, I understand.
Earl, what's
I understand that.
we were actually Catholic kids would be walking around with a bed with an oxygen tank on it, wearing it around our necks.
No, I understand that. I know that there was this mob mentality, but I would try to save some of that mob. You realize what you're doing here. You realize
You would have been the guy carrying the cross for him.
What about you, Fez?
I would go back and try to stop September 11th.
Really?
Yeah.
How? You had a half hour.
I got a half hour. It's early September 11th, like 7 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm phoning in bomb threats to airports.
You're what?
Phoning in bomb threats to make sure all the planes get grounded.
Oh, I thought you're joining the other
no,
side.
no, I'm not Al-Qaeda. No.
Seems like
Something bad's gonna happen.
I would go back and join the winning side. No.
I got 2 words for you, Watley. Fez Watley. So you would stop any bomb? You'd be stopping planes from taking off.
Yeah, I would spend that half hour just saying, trying to let the airports know something bad's going to happen on these flights. If they took me seriously, mission accomplished.
The only thing about that is,
I don't know what they would have in those days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like nowadays they would stop everything, but I don't know about them.
right.
Right.
Mine, I go back anywhere I want in history, half hour, come back here. I'm thinking this over while you guys are talking. I think I've got the perfect thing for everyone. I go back. Happy Typing Girl's 13. I molest her. I'm back here. Nobody can do anything about it.
Oh boy.
Then all these years later, she sees me. I go, how can it be me? That guy would be a lot. Here is, let me go to Greg. Greg, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ron, let me get this straight. So Black Earl, the meddler, goes back in time and prevents Jesus from being crucified.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I said,
What are you doing?
no, I would.
So on Sundays, we now go to church and worship Black Earl. We pray to Earl on high.
I would.
I don't know, Ron. Sounding weaker by the minute.
All right, peace out. Earl, yours is the shittiest of all. All right, I'm going to rank them. Number 1, me. Oh, come on. Mine was the best idea. And it really has less of a chance of ruining anything other than PAC. Number 2, I'm going to give it to Dave because at least his is going to be on film. And when I see him stumble and fall in front of the truck, like at some reason, before Kennedy was shot, someone fell in front of the motorcade and was run over. It would be so funny to me. 3, I'm going to give it to Fez. His point was there, but what he's doing of just calling, yeah, that one's not going to work out at all. That one's going to be pretty damn stupid. And fourth, of course, is Earl, stopping Christianity. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Go ahead.
Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm surprised Earl didn't stop Martin Luther King's assassination. That way I could drive down Earl Douglas Boulevard.
Earl, why do you want to save MLK?
I mean,
And by the way, don't go by the song. Do not go by the U2 song because they were wrong. It wasn't early morning.
It was early in the evening. But
Yeah, so you'll get there way too early. I'm here to stop something.
Where'd everybody go?
I'm sorry, he's not here now. His plane hasn't landed. Huh? Well, when he gets here.
No, I thought I'd be a little bit more ambitious and go after, a bigger target. No pun intended.
He's not a target.
Bigger, no pun intended, of course.
Do you hate Jesus?
No,
All of a
no,
sudden?
no pun.
What the fuck?
What pun is Jesus is a target? Show me what the pun is there. You fucking maroon.
No one has ever called Jesus a target in the history of humanity.
He sits in church for 3 hours every Sunday, and it's finally gotten to him. He's turned.
Oh, I love Jesus. Thank you.
Doesn't seem like it. What would you if
I just didn't want to
you
see him
saved,
suffer, that's all.
if you saved Jesus, what would you want him to do?
It completely
Earl,
came
I'd
out
rather you
wrong.
did this. I wish you went back in time for a half hour to get one of your Mammy's pies and bring that back.
Ooh.
That's all I want you to do. Some shoe fly pie and bring it back and we'll eat it together.
What, a sweet potato pie?
Remember that day your mom made us pie?
Yeah, she made a sweet potato pie.
Fuck, it was unbelievably good.
That thing was great.
We never get pies anymore.
I didn't care for it that much.
Well, you had that thing that Fez attacked.
Yeah, you guys attacked my mom's dry cake.
No.
Or her cake.
Yes,
her
that's-
chocolate cake.
That's why we attacked the Beanie Special.
Her chocolate cake
It was
is what
a
I meant
box cake. It was an instant fucking
She
cake.
Yeah, and it was
slaves over that oven.
It was a box cake, and the box was filled with sand, I think.
She works her tail off
Oh.
to give you that cake.
Yeah, I'll get my mother to make another I was going to say cake, another pie for you guys.
Thank you, Earl.
That'd be great, Earl. And let her know. A nice little beverage might be good, too. Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Running Fez.
How you doing, Ronnie B?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to apologize for Earl and Dave and Fez for you dropping Child's End and H.G. Wells references, and they didn't get it.
No, they never do.
And go back in time and stop Robert E. Lee from surrendering.
Yeah, but just the next hayseed would have done it the next day. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Fez.
Hey, guys, everybody's thinking way too big. What I'd do is I'd just go back to the night I lost my virginity and fuck that girl the way she deserved to be fucked.
Yeah, I know. Not the way we actually did come in. It's always... that's why people go back. When I go back to that high school reunion, I'm going to fucking show her. Now I can throw the fucking D. Ain't no push come around here anymore, honey.
I don't know. I never had that experience of.
Still haven't lost your virginity?
Oh no, of losing having broken in a girl.
Oh, you never were anybody's first?
I don't think so.
Come with me. With this.
Oh wait a second. No, yeah, with my ex. Sorry.
Why you come with me when I go to HTG when she was 13?
Sloppy seconds.
No, you can hold her feet or scratch my back. There's a lot of things you can do right there that we need. Plus, I want someone to roll tape on this so I can show her years later.
Would that count as my travel machine trip?
For me, I think it will.
Yes, that's your half hour.
I'm not doing it then.
Plus, I want you to shop for me while I'm doing stuff. The prices are so much better then.
Why couldn't I just go in your time machine so I can keep my trip alive?
If you do,
I'll tell you what. I'll drop you off at 63, and then I'll go over and do our thing. And I guarantee you, I'll be the only one who came back a success.
Oh, I know. If Dave goes on his trip, his alleged plot to save JFK, we'll see the history books change in front of our eyes that not only President Kennedy, but Mrs. Kennedy, Governor Connolly, his wife, were all killed that day. Something will go totally wrong.
Look at yours. You've decided a 2001 crank call. Yours isn't even thought out at all.
I only have a half hour.
And you're out to destroy Christianity, Earl.
I'm not out to destroy
His
Christianity.
number one target. Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait
Douglas
a minute.
Pilot.
Look at the pictures of HTG she sent me as a child. Woo!
Yeah.
That's well worth it.
That's prep for the time machine.
She was wearing a bikini pretty early.
Yeah. Well, she had the great ass. She was a baby with a phenomenal ass. Even the doctor said that to her mom. Like, yes, the baby's healthy. And I got to tell you, the ass is through the roof. I've got 2 pictures next to it myself. Good. Now that I know what beach she was on that day, too, to make it perfect. Go back and look at that picture, and you will see a man grabbing that little girl by the wrist and pulling her. Everything has changed. Let me go to Jamie. Jamie, you're on a Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, I wanted to know why Dave, and I guess this goes for Fez as well, why, if they're going to go back into time, why wouldn't they just take video footage, like the actual Zapruder film? And then...
Yeah, why wouldn't you get there the day before, Fez, and try to... Why are you just getting there that morning, making the last dash call?
Well, I'm thinking logistically of what I could actually do. If I had footage of September 11th, who's going to let me in the White House or the Pentagon or anywhere to show him this stuff? I only have a half hour. I have to use the means available to me.
Here's Fake Riley, who's really not Riley. How are you, Fake Riley?
What's up, Ronnie? Hey, would you go back and save somebody's life and change the course of history, or put every last red cent you had on a surefire bet?
Whoever said you could take money back in time? You only got a half hour.
Well, you'd have to do your research, check your odds, put all your money down.
But where are you going to get the money from?
What if you got it back in time?
How are you going to get it in a half an hour?
You rob someone. You rob someone.
Why not just rob someone and bury it?
I wonder if they had OTBs back then.
You know what? My thing is not about what you guys are trying to do. And I'm not going to go there for my own selfish reasons.
Seems like you are, though.
In what way?
I'm trying to save a president, and maybe by doing that prevent the Vietnam War, preventing just the course of American history. You want to bang a 13-year-old?
No, I'm saying I was going to go back and give a young girl the love that she was not ready for, and I think that's the beauty of it. You're seeing it as something awful. I'm seeing it as something beautiful.
But you can't possibly give true love in a half an hour.
I do. And then there's something to tease her about later. Like, she'll be like, how did you know that? When you brought that up on the air, that was so embarrassing.
Well, now it makes sense, I guess.
And by the way, I'll be playing Sympathy for the Devil in the background the whole time. That'll be the whole thing. Oh, hello, young girl. Dave, you're on Run Fez.
And I would go to the worst day of Chicago history.
Oh, the fire?
I would catch that little bastard, Steve Bartman.
Oh.
Kick his fucking ass. Then my Cubs kid went to the World Series. He's been laying in a hospital bed somewhere. That bastard.
They never forgave Steve Bartman.
And he's never come up from underground yet.
Maddie, you're on Run Fez.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
I'd go back in time and tell Eve not to eat the apple. I'd have Adam do it.
Well, honey, here's the problem with the time machine. You can only go to things that actually happened. You can't go to make-believe pretend land.
That wouldn't shock Adam and Eve seeing another human.
Plus, if that didn't happen...
Later we'll go, what if you had a fantasy machine?
And even, I know it's fictional, but even if it say it did happen, then humans wouldn't have been created without that. Because only Adam and Eve would have been living on the earth.
That's funny. When we had this fucking fight on the air, you disagreed with me
when
I told you the same thing.
I thought long and hard about it, and also I did some biblical studying.
So you decided to come back in and tell me my own act to me.
No.
Earl, tomorrow's your chance. Tomorrow's your day. Everybody's going to get a day here. And then I want Pitsy to do it. Here is Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick, you're on Run Fez. How is Elvis doing? Is he getting any better?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Hey,
What if, you can't take your money back with you, but if you put it in the bank, can't you just gain interest with it? And...
How are you going to get money there, though?
Well, I'm thinking, could you take it in your pocket with you?
No. You're going to show up like the Terminator, naked into the past. For me, it works out perfectly. You guys, you're going to be...
You didn't say anything about nude.
It's a Terminator situation.
I was not told it. I can't be on the Zapruder film with my fucking red pubic hair.
Firecross.
It won't show up.
Firecross.
I can't do this.
Why not?
Why can't we at least have boxers on?
You tell me one time machine where you can have boxers.
Why?
Fortunately, I'm just going to be on the phone. No one will see me.
Yeah, but how are you going to get money for a phone? Where are you going to go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Either that or you can show up in your old apartment naked and ask you to borrow your own phone. But do not touch yourself, or time as we know it will come to an end. Yeah.
If Earl was naked, they would crucify him next.
If I
All right, Earl, let's do this. If you really could go back and see yourself, right? If you could do that, would you jerk yourself off? Would that make you gay? If you gave a hand job to the other you.
No, I wouldn't give a hand job to me. But that would make me gay.
Why? You give yourself a hand job now, right?
But it's another man.
But it's you.
But I know it's me, but it's not really me. You know what I mean? It's still, I'm looking at another man in my eyes.
HTG actually just wrote to me, if Earl went back 11 times to meet himself, it would be 12 monkeys. And that's why I'm against the PAC.
That's why I'm in favor of your time travel trip now.
All right. Fez, would you jack yourself off?
I would totally jack myself off.
Fucking gay.
No, I wouldn't jack myself off, but I'd probably give myself head because I want to feel like a blowjob. But jerking myself off.
Well, then you're also sucking a cock, even if it's your own.
Well, I'm going to try and put it out of my head. I don't know. I'm going to enjoy it. The real me. Okay.
All right, let me ask you this: would you give yourself head?
Yeah, probably.
Would you fuck yourself in the ass?
No.
Why not?
No, because one of us it's gonna hurt. One of me's gonna hurt.
Not with that little dick, it ain't.
I wouldn't do that either, too. By the way.
But you would blow yourself?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sucking a cock, there's nothing wrong with. You wonder why we don't have a mass fucking audience.
It's your dick.
It's your penis. I absolutely agree.
I don't know if I would be attracted to an older me, but yeah.
If you could...
What?
The time traveling me.
I'm confused. I'm saying go back yesterday.
Oh.
Where are you going? When you're 4 and sucking your 4-year-old dick? You're so disgusting. Your father ought to hose you off again. Yeah, by the way, maybe you shouldn't bring your family in here. This fucking show is full of shit. This show is really disgusting.
But the thing is, if most men had the ability to suck their own cocks, they would do it. So I don't see why
Then you're a cocksucker.
No. If you give yourself a handy, why wouldn't you give yourself oral? It feels better.
Because you'll have a dick in your mouth.
That's mine. It doesn't...
I agree.
I say it's a thin line. Once you're acting like my dick doesn't bother me, why should any other?
You could say the same thing about, I don't want another guy to give me a handy, but...
Earl, these self-cocksuckers, this doesn't bother you at all?
This totally bothers me.
You would so do it.
No, I would never, ever do it.
Bullshit.
To me,
he would do it all.
It would be another man, and I'm like, I don't.
Doesn't even have to be another man. You have a dick in your mouth.
Exactly.
That's the disgusting
That's
part.
exactly.
The disgusting part is a fucking dick in your mouth.
I put my fingers in my mouth.
All right, then why not just drink your own cum then?
I've sampled it, as we discussed
Fez?
before.
I've never sampled.
Why not? You're willing to suck your own cock.
I've sampled a little bit. It's not
Sure
so
you
bad.
have. You're disgusting. You drank your own piss. I saw you drink your own piss in here.
Yeah?
By the way, when O and A get back, why don't you do a shot of piss without even telling them? Just run in, piss in a cup in front of them, drink it, and keep it down.
But
and never say a word.
Will they know?
No. That'll be the fucking great thing.
Okay.
Fez, you come in, suck your own cock, and then you snowball yourself where you spit it up in the air, catch some wad back in your own mouth. Where are you going, Earl? I need you to write these ideas down.
I got the Earl.
Yeah. All right, so it's 2-2 on sucking your own dick. I'm Pitsy. Be the one who breaks the log jam. Pitsy, would you suck your own dick?
Without a doubt, I would.
Now, you're another person down on your knees. Remember, you're time traveling. You go back in time, get down on your own knees, and suck your own dick.
It doesn't bother me. I would totally do it.
No, then any cocksucking doesn't bother you. All right, 3-2 on the time travel cocksucking. You guys have won. I give you
Yeah, baby.
I give you all the credit in the world. By the way, you see very quickly why Pitsy will never be my favorite?
Why?
He's never on my side.
No.
Every single time he's against me. You know who my favorite is?
Oh.
Lily. Lily's my favorite. All right, 3-2. Big win for the cocksuckers. Which, by the way, I don't. And you guys gonna be eating your own ass? Why not? While you're down there,
I give a little rib job.
Fez, ass eater.
I wouldn't eat ass, but I might wipe myself.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you eat your own cum out of your own ass? Because you're that fucking sick. You're fucking disgusting. Mike, you're on Run and Fez.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that like jerking off your twin brother?
Thank you very much. All right,
No, it's not.
If you came into this world twin, would you fucking blow your other twin and let him blow you?
Yeah, I'd let him blow me. I'd consider
your parents.
Fine, I'd probably blow him too. We're pretty much the same fucking person.
Are.
Big deal.
I agree with you. You are at that point. Fez?
No, I have to stop there. That is a different person. That violates my argument for the first one.
I disagree. I say every twin is the same person. They should get one vote, one fucking driver's license, and that's it. And I'm going to give them a break. When they both go into a movie, only one of them has to pay. It's a 2-for-1 because of the same fucking person. A twin to me is no different than any mythical fucking creature.
We also had a lot of twins where I grew up too.
Do you call them all twinny or twin?
Yeah, twin.
Yeah.
Just no twinny.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like something I would say, but no.
Every twin I either called twinny or twin, and so did everybody I know. Yeah. Tell twinny that his brother better fucking give me that money, or him. I don't know what's happening, but one of them bought pot from me, and they're both going to get the shit kicked out of them. Aren't they, like, when you really think about twins, does it freak you out?
Yeah, very much so.
I'll tell you this. If I banged a twin, I would force her sister to sleep with me, too. Yeah. I'd be acting like I don't give... You know who's married to who's twins? Mikey Boy's wife is a twin.
I didn't know that.
Here's Josh. Josh, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. If I had the option, I would go back in time, impregnate Casey Elon, because then that way she'll already have a dumb, redheaded toddler that shits his pants and eats his own cum.
I don't even listen to them. Some of those people are jealous.
That was rude.
I know they are. You know what? Some of the listeners are rude.
We're trying to talk about twins.
We're talking about science.
And blowing yourself.
You know what? The problem with this show, it's a science show.
Yeah.
And that turns some people off. Here's Spike. Spike, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
So, Dave, let me get this straight. You won't go back in time to kill Hitler, but you will go back in time to save JFK and start the whole Cuban Missile Crisis and have America nuked.
The only Kennedy I want stopped is that MTV VJ. I'd like to go back in time and stop that Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Just flat out Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But no.
Kennedy.
Speaking
of which, if you watched the other night when Bill Moyers did his thing about the media and how they laid down, only one senator fucking spelled everything out for the country. And it looked like he cut this thing today. And it was, 5 years ago, whatever. And that was Senator Kennedy. Senator Kennedy said exactly everything that was going to happen. And everyone just think he's a drunk that fucking pounds chicks.
He's a totally brilliant speaker and has been for 25 years.
25? What happened before that? Here's Andy Mike. You're on Run of Fez. He's only been good since 82. He started, 68?
No, yeah. I mean, everyone thought he was good at that time. Then around the early 80s, he started to really have the drunk persona. And people think, oh, he's only a drunk.
No, he didn't. Early 80s, they tried to take the nomination away from Carter and give it to him.
First of all, in 69, he drunkenly drove a broad off a fucking bridge.
Yeah, I know.
He has been known as a fuckhead. Andy Mike, what can we do for you?
Yeah, if I could go back in time, I'd go back a couple of years to Big Brother 6, and I'd keep Kesar from letting go of the button and letting Jennifer toss him out of the house. That just ruined Big Brother.
Why do you like Al-Qaeda better than us? Why are you always on their side?
I didn't think of it that way, Ron. Forget it. I won't go back in time then.
Thanks. Can I use your trip? Because I definitely want to get HTG one more time.
Another half hour.
Really? Let's set this one for when she's 15. Or maybe catch her right as she's on her way out to the prom. It's me again. Here is Rich. Rich, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, about this whole, going back in time to suck dick, I think that's a little off because that's an older guy sucking off a younger guy.
Right.
That's just a little weird. Now, if I could travel to the future, that's a little different. That's a younger guy sucking off an older guy.
Yeah, but then you're going to be sucking old man dick, and that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but that's the old guy getting it from a younger guy.
I know, but what do you want to now? You yourself are going to go be sucking a fucking 80-year-old dick, and that's it's filthy.
Yeah, I want
He's
clean...
not even going to be able to get fucking cum.
I want April dick. I want to go back yesterday.
You want spring
few days ago.
Spring cock.
Spring cock. A few days ago, maybe.
Professor, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, if you go back in time, could you rape her with that keyboard, maybe change your name to Crying Typing Girl?
You know what? It's not going to be rape. It's going to be consensual between an underage girl and a middle-aged man. And I see nothing wrong with that.
See, that is rape.
Is it?
Yes.
Technically?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very technically.
Okay.
Legally.
Yeah. But you know what? If she decides not to tell, who knows? And if she does tell, a man from the future came and does this. She's Looney Tunes. She's Looney Tunes.
The second trip, you'll be meeting her at the Nut Hut.
Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.